Hello, I'm Andy and welcome to Vectra News, your fill of gaming news for the week of the 22nd of March 2014. Coming up in this week's episode, Project Morpheus is revealed and Oculus show off their developer kit 2. Plot is highly overrated, games developers claim. Valve shows off its updated Steam controller, and the Ouya no longer requires games to be free to play. Project Morpheus was revealed this week at GDC, the Game Developers Conference, along with the Developer Kit 2 for the Oculus Rift. According to the Verge's Eyes On report, the specs of the two prototypes are very close. Both have 1080p resolutions, with Morpheus using LED displays and the Rift using superior OLED displays. Again, the Rift just beats its competitor with a 110-degree field of view compared to the Morpheus's 90-degree field of view. However, speaking to Eurogamer, Sony's Anton MacLeod said that there wasn't a VR standard yet, so the FOV comparison might not actually be as black and white as it seems. He went on to tell them, "If you do that calculation diagonal, it's over 100, or somewhere. I think it's quite complicated doing the math because the optics we're using are fairly non-standard, so I can't give you an exact answer, but it's certainly far above 90. Although Microsoft didn't reveal anything at GDC, Phil Spencer said in a panel that he thought the technology was really interesting and it's definitely something they've been playing with for a while. Sony also outlined 6 key challenges in providing state-of-the-art VR experience: sight, sound, tracking, control, ease of use and content. I guess the major sticking point at the moment is the hardware of the consoles right now. Previously, the guys at Oculus said the Rift would not work on consoles, and not all of the games coming out in the next gen consoles get up to the 1080p 60 FPS mark yet. This could be a sticking point when it comes to VR, along with using post-processing to make the images look smooth. However, both next gen consoles are fairly early on in their lifespans, and developers could develop tricks to improve the quality of games, so we can't rule it out just yet. If you look at some of the first games to come out on both the PlayStation 3 and 360 compared to the ones now, there's definitely a distinct difference. The Oculus Rift development kit is available for pre-order at $350, with shipments estimated in July, although it's stressed that the development kit is just for devs and the quality will be definitely lower than the consumer product. PlayStation 4's headset is expected next year, however a price and date are still to be announced. If you want to hear us speak some more about VR and if it's a fad or not, you can check out the Hub channel this week for a discussion between some of us. Riot Games' narrative lead, Tom Abernathy, and Microsoft Game Studios design lead, Richard Roos III, gave a speech at GDC entitled "Death to the 3-Act Structure." According to research that Microsoft carried out, people don't remember game plots when compared to other media like films or TV shows, but they do remember characters. This is apparently because people can't concentrate on complex plots or stories while trying to do something else. Statistics show that between half to a third of players also complete games. They went on to say that the focus should be less on the plot of a game, which won't be experienced by the majority of people, and more on characters. Now I've thought about this, and I can definitely see where people are coming from, however I don't feel it's 100% correct. Now I'm sure I could apply the same theory to a TV show. Try to think of one that you've watched recently, from start to finish. Now, tell me the story in detail. One of my favourite shows is Battlestar Galactica, and I definitely can't tell you everything about it. I could, however, tell you about some of the main characters. I feel people can recall movies more because they're only between an hour and 2 hours long, so there's less for everyone to remember. Both characters and plot go hand in hand. Recently I've played the new Metal Gear Solid game, and I have to say I feel less invested with the series after they changed the voice actor playing Snake, and I guess it's because I expect a level of connection between the characters, and I feel this is broken a bit. Also, I tried to think of a game that's led a bit more with the plot than its characters, and I have to say I came up with Telltale's The Wolf Among Us. I don't particularly feel that the characters were too strong in comparison to their take on The Walking Dead. However, if it wasn't for the detective theme of the game, I don't think I'd be playing the new episodes. I'm really interested to see what you lot think about plot and characters. Which do you think is more important in a game? And if you can come up with some better examples than I have, please leave them in the comments section below. I'll be interested to hear them. Valve showed off its second iteration of the Steam controller. It seems to be moving away from the central touchscreen and changing it into something that resembles a bit of a modded Xbox controller with two boob-like touchpads either side. The move is apparently to accommodate games which are compatible with standard Xbox controller already out on Steam. I have to say, I'm still not entirely sure if I'm going to get on with one of these controllers, as I'm just not sold on it yet. I feel like the keyboard and mouse I already have is a fairly good set of peripherals to play a game, and if I need to use a controller, I've got an Xbox controller that I can do that with, so I feel like the Steam controller is just a bit redundant. However, the Steam controller will be included with every official Steam machine, so I guess they won't all go to waste. In a few months, games for the Ouya won't have to have a free-to-play feature. This comes after developer feedback, and is to give developers more flexibility to decide on what content they release on the Ouya. This also comes after exclusivity deals have been changed, meaning that developers can release games concurrently on the PC as well as the Ouya. This recent move saw one of the top games for the Ouya, Towerfall, move over to both the PC and PlayStation 4. Now this latest change feels like another kick in the teeth for Kickstarter backers, as a free-to-try feature was one of the main selling points of the console. Back in July last year, it was revealed that only 27% of Ouya owners had actually bought a game. The attach rate was also reported as being 8% for 13 out of the top 20 games, which basically means that over 90% of people playing the free version didn't buy the full version of the game. I can only assume this is a move to try and bring these figures up. Either way, these changes come into effect in April. Anyway, that's all from Vectra News this week. Don't forget to like, favourite, subscribe and follow us on Twitter to keep up to date with everything on the network. And, as always, we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.